In this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a simple prop plane in Trailmakers. You don't have to follow exactly how I do it, but take these tips and I will help you create a nice looking prop plane, kind of like this. So the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to start off with the cockpit seat. Go over here to frame, add a block in the front, just add a little bit of spacing. Now you can simply add either a large propeller, but if you don't have the airborne DLC, this is the DLC I recommend, by the way, airborne, you can use 2 of these. They're not as powerful as this. I'm going to use this for the sake of the tutorial. Now you're going to add some space thrusters over here to add some extra power, because you might need some. Simply copy that space thruster, add 2 blocks right here, take this assembly and copy it like 2 more times. Now we can go over to lift and drag, add an elevator tail, and then add 2 wings right here, and the big aileron, or it's just called aileron. Now that you have your wings and your back tail, you can add a fin right here, just like that. Under here, we're gonna smooth out this spot right here by adding some aerodynamics, which is just wedges. I like to add one of these, and then one of this. And now you can see all these exclamation marks right here. That means these blocks are not attached to this part with no exclamation marks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to frame, take a flat connector, just kind of copy it right there. And now I like to do an alternate, like an alternating style, just like this. You can press Control and click to select multiple of the same block. Not of the same block. To select multiple, and you can copy that onto the other side. And now all of these blocks are attached. Now for balancing, the center of mass is quite far behind the center of lift, so what we can do is I can delete that block, add another one of these space thrusters for extra thrust because they weigh more than the blocks. You might need to turn it around first, and 2 blocks right here, just like that. That turned out terrible, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go over here to balance, and you see how the weight is now much further forward. I'm going to actually, now the weight is much further forward to the center of lift. We can remove some weight in the back here, but I don't want to remove some of my thrust. Another thing that we can do to make this push the weight further forward. Now the weight is even further closer to the center of lift. Both drags are way behind the center of mass, and now we can try. Actually flies quite nice. It's quite maneuverable, quite speedy. Now with this build, you shouldn't need to configure anything as is, but if you don't like how fast it's turning.
We can turn down the sensitivity in the ailerons.
This is actually extremely fast. Now, going to simply land this. This is very touchy, so I'm going to solve that by selecting this, going to configure, and putting the speed down to like 2.2. Angles to like 25 maybe. Now we can take these. We can also put them at like 0.2. Angle's already pretty low, so I can just leave it as is. Now let's try it again. Now, this is way less touchy, but still can be pretty maneuverable when you need it to be. Of course, you can add guns whenever you like. And of course, this, you can make this plane as maneuverable as you like. It's now a lot easier to land. That's a good thing. So, now, if you'd like landing gear, there's a simple way to make landing gear, is by taking a steering hinge right here. I like having the green side facing the way I like. You're going to put the angle up to 90, toggle, set this to G, remove that, and you can make, I'm going to make the speed 1. Turn off steering help because you never need that. And now you're going to copy that, turn it that way, put it right there. Now, go over to tubes, and you need the tube elbow. Just kind of copy that. Boom. Now, the next thing, take the go-kart wheel. Just kind of stuff it on like that. Now, this might not seem like it'll work, but the collision of wheels and just other, like, blocks, they don't really have a hitbox. They don't have much of a hitbox. They can go right through each other, and they work pretty well. So that is some landing gear for my prop plane. As you can see, this is our simple prop plane that flies really nice.